So this warehouse here, it's approximately 144,000 square feet. We have a wide range of products from diapers, food, furniture. We've got chairs, we've got sheetrock, we've got all kinds of stuff in here. One of the big ways this impacts the community is it's a steady supply of goods that they need during the recovery process. We set up the warehouse as quickly as we can after a disaster, and we try to keep it stocked with what they need while they're in that phase of the disaster. So initially they need products like food, hygiene products, cleaning supplies, basic necessities. And then as the disaster transitions, they need different products. So you think at first they're living in a hotel or in a shelter, and then they find a new place. Well, if they lost everything, they need to restock that. So we start to stock those same products that they would use, like furniture and small appliances, stuff like that. So it's a really, really big opportunity for us to provide a need for the community. There's the initial emergency response, and then there's kind of a relief and then recovery. Emergency response is the first couple of days. Relief is, first couple of weeks, maybe a month or two. And then that recovery process starts a couple of months out and can last years, depending on how severe the disaster was.
It has definitely impacted my summer because well, at first I kind of was like hesitant of coming because I was like, am I really gonna spend my summer volunteering someplace instead of like having fun? But then when I got here and like they told us what we was gonna do and we saw the damages that it had caused, I was like, oh yeah, I need to be here. And I felt good because like, especially I think it was like Wednesday or Tuesday that we went to pass out the flyers. Like we saw the people and how badly they needed our help, and I felt good being here because I was helping them, and also I was doing God's work.
Running a warehouse like this, it takes a lot of people. Um, this warehouse, it's not actually a very big warehouse. We've seen them go all the way up to 1 million square feet plus. But we've also seen them as small as 7,000 square feet. A warehouse this size takes 20 to 30 people to run when it's first starting up. So those relationships, to have the people to help run that warehouse, it's really important to build those relationships before the disaster. Otherwise, you're scrambling to find people to help you after the disaster. Um, Another thing is once the warehouse is going, you start to build new relationships with people, and you start to meet new people that you never knew you would meet, and you're able to help have an impact on the community that way.
I feel like I wasn't really doing anything my whole summer, and then when I found out that I had an opportunity to do something and not only just doing like a job but also doing it for the Lord, I feel like it really helped me and like kind of got me closer to God also, and helped me see like that like I can help people even if I'm not doing it like face to face to them.
Oh, that's a tough one. Um, it actually probably started out of boredom in 2018. There was a training in Des Moines on uh, emergency response and donations management that ACS was doing. My wife and I decided to attend and thought it was interesting. The following year, we got called to Jeff City, Missouri for a tornado and flood, and we've kind of been involved ever since. It's kind of one of those things where we've always tried to do the Here I am, Lord, send me. And it's put us in some interesting situations, like being here.
I thought we were gonna be like handing things to people because that's what it sounded like. And then we got to a warehouse. I was like, oh, like this is not what I expected. But it has been really nice to like be able to like see all this stuff because I personally like think it's really nice how people are like able to donate all this stuff. Like everything that comes in just like amazes me. Like people are like there's still good people out there that are willing that are willing to help. And yeah, it just like warmed my heart.
One of the things I experienced doing this when operating a distribution center was seeing someone come in and they had lost absolutely everything. They had nothing left. And they come in and they see what we have. And they're in this kind of panic. They're in this self-preservation mode where They need to survive from day to day. They need to take care of their family. And they'll take as much as they can get. But it's not because they're being selfish. It's not because they're being greedy. It's because they've lost everything and they need to survive. And that's helped me realize how difficult life can be for people, because this is a natural disaster. It affects people on a grand scale, tens of thousands of people. But we have personal disasters all the time. Our lives are impacted. And just seeing how that can affect people and how hard it is for them has made me realize that there's always more I can be doing. There's more I can do to help them, and I can have more compassion and spend more time praying for help.
There was this woman that me and my partner met, and she couldn't, like, she wanted water, but she couldn't get the water. So she told us, she was like, I really need water, but she couldn't walk. So she was like, should we get you the water and bring it to you? And then the next day, that's what we told our sponsor, and she was like, oh yeah, of course. We went to buy the water that morning at Walmart, and then we took it to her before we went to the church. And then she was so happy, and we prayed for her, and she gave us actually stuff to donate to help others that she didn't need, and she was just so grateful, and it just warmed my heart. So that's something I'll take back with me.
We've had 12 students here, and I would say the biggest impact they've had is morale. Doing this it's tiring, it's exhausting. And we were here for a couple of weeks before the students came, and all of us were tired. We're starting to get frustrated. And then the students come, and they're doing the same work we are. They're out here in the heat, they're sweating, but they're laughing and they're joking. And we went to an offsite location, a different distribution site, to help them pack up. And they're singing while we're packing up. And it's so heartwarming, and it's just inspiring, because they're out here doing all this same stuff, and we're frustrated and we're tired. And they're tired too. But just the joy that they bring to it has been so uplifting and helps us to keep going more and more. They're hard workers too, by the way. I don't want to leave that part out.
Definitely just being able to do this with my friends and like do it for the Lord, like we're working for the Lord together.
I learned that whether you're working like in front, like directly with the people, or behind the scenes, like it's all like helping. Like you're still helping regardless of where you're working.
Because sometimes we don't realize that the work behind the scenes actually does something. We complained when we were doing stuff at the warehouse, like we were tired and stuff like that. But then we were able to see a few days ago how like our work actually like impacted people, and how there's people that actually like went through a lot with the storms going on.
Yeah, so just this week, we had several really big orders come in. And, if you look around the warehouse, there isn't a lot of stuff. By the end of the week, most of this stuff would be gone. And I start to worry, okay, what are we going to do now? We don't have the goods we need. We don't have the ability to get them the way we want to. And it's like, Lord, what are we going to do? And then just like that, I get a phone call. Hey, I've got some stuff for you. And then another phone call. I've got some stuff for you. And then another phone call. I've got some stuff for you. And it's just, God times it out just perfect to when we need it. And that's one of the things that just kind of helps me realize that God is moving in this. He's working in this. And it helps to reassure that we're moving in the direction we should be. Well, there is training that they can take on disaster preparedness. You can contact the conference to get that set up to have it done at your church, or you can go online to Adventist Learning. They also have a training for that. But probably one of the biggest things is, if they don't have an ACS program in their church, to get one started. That's kind of the foundation of the whole system. A functioning ACS system or program in your church helps you to build those community connections that you need and get you engaged with the community. So when something happens, you're more prepared because you know people and you know what to do.